It's that time of the day, ladies, where we get to sit down and talk. Yes, I am talking about the Ladies Lounge on UTV Africa, where we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly things about us ladies. So we talk about pain, our struggles, our pleasures, our distractions. We have those kind of conversations right here on Ladies Lounge. And you can see how we are all dressed. That means we have something special for you today. We are giving this dinner date vibes. And don't worry, our topic is somehow in tune, okay? And of course, you know, I don't do this alone because, as always, I have beautiful ladies with me in the studio. Hello.
I am Yvonne Paul.
Hi there, I'm Tutu.
And I am Blessing Okebe. And today, today, ladies, we have a national cake to talk about. I'm sure when I say national cake, you already understand what I'm talking about. Abi, we understand. We're having breakfast right now. So we'll dive deep. Do I know you already have a hand? But we'll dive deep immediately we come back after this short break. So go nowhere. We'll be right back.
It's bold, it's real, it's where women speak their truth.
My head of department. He was someone that everybody in College of Health Sciences will tell you that as I come up for this squad, they come back with gun for this man.
Was that bad?
Welcome to Ladies Lounge, the show where real African women talk about real issues, love, career, family, and everything in between. Every week, 3 incredible women share their stories, their laughter, and their honest takes on life.
I saw all of them as predators.
The height of it for me was my cousin.
So is it possible to completely move on?
I believe in karma a lot. Anyhow you do me, I have solution for all your problems.
Join Blessing, Yvonne, and Tutu as they dive into conversations that are bold, heartfelt, and absolutely unfiltered. Catch Ladies Lounge only on UTV Africa. Ladies Lounge, bringing Africa's real stories to life.
If you're just joining us, this is the Ladies Lounge on UTV Africa. And we have a juicy topic that I'm sure almost 90% of ladies can relate with right now. And I think I want to start with Tutu, based on what we are going to be talking about here today. So imagine as beautifully dressed as you are, let's say you're going on a dinner date, and then after having dinner and everything, your partner says, I want to talk to you. And he gets, you think, maybe it's that time, you understand? And you just say, start with the line, it's not you, it's me.
It's me.
You know that line. And that goes ahead to say, I think I am the problem. I think we need a break. And everything. You understand those? Have you been in such scenario before? You know, remember I told you look like a walking heartbreak.
I am actually. I am. I mean, it's not something I do because I love it.
Okay.
No, I just do it because it comes naturally. I don't love it.
Wait, though, I'm coming back to you because I
You
want to
should.
understand it. Are you as confused as I am?
Yes, I'm going to ask her some questions.
You should actually to get
Because,
clarity. You should.
How do you do this?
I mean, it's quite hard. To
Okay.
be very honest, it's hard to let go of someone you've actually professed your love to. You've seen a future. You've seen kids with this person, right? I mean, the thing is, for me, I think I am way too ambitious for relationships.
Oh, wow.
Let's.
Thank you.
You know why I'm
6
you
months.
know why, you know,
6 months.
I
I am so
understand.
ambitious to want you to bring me down. There are people who there are guys out there who would actually want you to actually grow. I've actually met someone like that, right? But I mean, age did not permit us to actually be together because I have a whole lot of years ahead of me. I want to go far. A bit, but I mean, he does not have that time. So I saw that time was not on our side, and I decided to let him go. But he was very perfect.
Okay, so I think we have something in common in terms of the heartbreak and all that. So I remember the first.
the ambitious thing.
That one is a given. Like I don't wanted to go there. But the first time because when you want, if you're the one breaking the heart, you also break a piece of your heart as well.
Definitely,
You
definitely.
understand? So unless you are this hard, like in my language they call it them obiakpo.
Okay.
This hard-hearted
But are
people.
ladies actually hard as hearts?
Then wait, I'm coming there. So there was this guy. My only problem was that I kept leading him on. You understand? So in his mind, he assumed that we were already in a relationship when he had not even officially asked me out. And me, well, my problem was I didn't draw the lines.
Okay.
I didn't set
a
the
barrier
boundaries. So it was like we're already in a relationship. We're going out. We're doing stuff together. And to me, I thought we were great. I had already brothers on the guy.
But you didn't mention.
I didn't mention it. So one day, this happened like years ago. One day the person was like, that he want no, the person assumed we already that he wants me to come and see his parents.
Oh wow.
And I'm like,
That's so intense.
like I'm like,
Say what?
why? Like what happened? He said that he wants to take our relationship to the next level. So what relationship?
Have you talked to me?
Like
Have
I
we
don't
had that
actually-
conversation?
So at that point, we had to sit down and we had to start talking.
Having that
Okay.
conversation.
And that felt like that felt like I was the one serving the breakfast, though there was no relationship in the first instance.
To you, there was no relationship, but to him, there was something really perfect, something really beautiful. Because
That
for
he
him
probably
to say,
hasn't experienced before.
yes, for him to say, "Come meet my parents,"
Yeah.
so he's taking it to the next level.
So I'm looking
So-
like the bad guy here right now.
Yes, at this point, I'll have to send you both of you roses. Yeah,
Why?
I
the
think I
award
want
for
one.
the best heartbreakers.
I think
No, it's not like something I'm proud of. Like, okay, Yvonne, let's come to you.
Okay.
Have you been heartbroken before?
Yes,
And have
I
you
have.
done the heartbreaking before?
Should I say, okay, I'll say a yes and a no.
Okay.
Yes, I've been heartbroken. No, I haven't.
Okay, so tell us about the time when your heart was broken. Like, what caused it? How did it go? And how did you heal?
I think
It
before
was,
how she healed, how did you feel at that point in
It
time?
was crazy because giving your all, first of all, like I've told you before that when I'm getting into something, to a relationship, I trust you all out.
That's how it should be,
Yes.
actually.
I hand you some certain responsibilities. And the things I don't take is when you disrespect me. Yeah, so at that point where I had to leave, I left, but I still was heartbroken, was because I was disrespected. And that broke me because I didn't give that kind of energy that I received. So I got both. I was heartbroken, and then I broke his heart. So when I left. So yeah, do you understand now?
Yeah, I think I understand better now, and I want to come back to
I had both in the same.
both in the same. And I know there was a healing
The
process.
healing
for
process, yes. And
No,
what
not
happened?
now, because I want us to first of all share our experiences.
Okay,
whether
that's
it
fine,
comes to
that's fine.
breaking heart, and if you've been heartbroken, because I believe even people that break their hearts, they also go through a healing
Yes,
experience. Because sometimes
definitely.
it's not like you don't love the person,
But you just have
guys
to
are
let
not
go.
compatible. You just have to let go. So Tutu,
Yeah.
our heartbreaker, our proud heartbreaker.
I mean, I'm
Tell
proud
us
of
about it,
I'm
ma.
proud of it because it has helped me grow, right? Like I said earlier, I mean, I do not stay in a place that I cannot grow, right? So this was a relationship. I think let me use my first relationship as an example. So he was patiently waiting for the perfect time when I'll be, ripe enough. I don't even need to be a graduate. He just wants me to get married, and I was not in that life for myself. I wanted to do everything as a normal youth. I want to go and flex. I want to go on my NYSC without pregnancy, without having to carry extra baggages and all of that. Yeah, I mean, so when you come to me and you tell me, okay, you want to marry me, what do I have that you want to marry me?
Yeah.
Okay, now you want to marry me with me having nothing. What plans do you have for me? You want to keep me at home? Definitely not. I won't stay. I can't do that. Right? And this is not, I would not exactly call it ambitiousness. I'll call it growth.
But then I think I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you let these people know before you got into that
Into the
relationship with them?
relationship.
Because I think what may have caused the heartbreak is that they didn't know. So they went into the relationship thinking that, okay, probably in the next 2 or 3 years, I'm going to get married to Tutu. When it's time, they're like, who are you?
Okay, this particular relationship I'm talking about is my first relationship, right? I believe that by that time I was not exactly so clear on some certain things I was supposed to do, and I believe being vulnerable. I mean, at a tender age, being very vulnerable at that point, you might not exactly point out these things,
What you
right?
wanted.
But I know that I knew that, okay, if this was going to work out, I wanted this to be marriage, right? But not marriage with me not having anything substantial for my kids. Like I said, I come from a polygamous home, and I know what it feels like to leave your father and stay with a mother, a single mother. I know what it feels like, and starting from afresh with no father support or no father figure it's another baggage on its own. So I don't want to be in that situation, right? So I think that I might have not been clear, but I had
So
a
you had
notion.
your own faults as well.
Of course. I mean, I would not exactly say that I was not at fault, but I mean, I could not grow with you because you are always hindering me. I want to do this. No, I can't be on this show now if I was with that person.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I can't. What do you want to go and do? What do you want to go and do with the media? Why are you going there? You are mine. You should stay at home. Excuse me.
And I think that where, from what is said, you had at a point you had to be selfish. You had to first of all think about
Everybody
yourself.
thinks about
You
themselves.
had to first of all
The
think-
guys do think about themselves. I remember a guy that was telling me that he wanted to marry because I was smart and because his kids will end up being smart. I could do the assignments for them.
That was the only reason you wanted to marry you.
I think it was the same guy. And I was like, okay,
This guy must
assignments,
be-
me. So what about you? You cannot do the assignments for them.
No, he'll go to work.
Okay.
He'll get the money while you handle.
Okay, I don't need to get the money. Let's not go into that, please. Let's not do that.
But then heartbreak is a. I mean, like I said, when I broke. I don't like saying that word. When I had to let
By
go of
the
someone.
way, let me tell you, I've actually not healed from that relationship.
Wow.
Yes, I've actually not healed. And I mean, he might know himself at this point. Yes, so the 4 years relationship, the longest so far. I don't think I want to go that far with anybody. Trust me. You know, I was saying that 2 years was but 4 years was the height of it, and we were very close. But I mean, it did not happen. I've actually not gotten over it. So the healing process is another thing. Is another phase in life. Right. So, I mean, I think we're going to delve into that later on, right? But, I mean, I feel like heartbreaks are, their heart aching. I remember the ever first heartbreak I got. My God.
I know you say you've not been heartbroken before.
No. This one is a secondary school kind of thing.
Those now heartbreak now.
This one, okay, now I remember. This one actually broke my heart. I think it was it was after this point I knew that nobody is doing this to me ever again. I think that was where I made the conscious effort that was going to keep breaking hearts. And it has always been like that. I'm very serious. So this is what happened, right? I was in school and then a friend came and said, do you know that your boyfriend is hitting on your sister? And they were using my phone. This was to go area. Yeah, to go era. They were using my phone to text each other. And he actually told her that, oh, I like you, that kind of thing. And then someone saw the message on my phone. I don't even, the person just came to show me. I asked this guy, okay, what happened? He's telling me his friend borrowed his phone. It was his phone.
So after
I look like a fool to you?
You decided you were going to keep
You're
breaking up.
going
But I
to
don't think
break
that
it
was.
It was a conscious effort. I'm very
but
sincere.
if she,
I don't think that's
Let me tell you how I felt. My heart, like here,
Like it
this
was
part
ripped
of myself was feeling like it was going to fall out. It was heavy, like I could feel my heart in my hands. Like you don't want to. I don't think anybody.
Stayed with a friend.
And that was the height of it for me. Trust me.
Back then in school, university, so roommates and all that.
Yeah.
I had a friend who, there are ladies that invest more in a relationship.
Yeah,
Very
it
true.
happens in
And it's
every
not even
set.
the money part. Like once they're in a relationship, they give their all, their
Definitely.
time, their energy. They're even willing to change for the person. So not my friend, my roommate was giving her all, was like doing her best. And she knew that guy was cheating on her.
Wow.
But she was okay to be the
think
side chick and
some
still,
girls,
you
yes,
know, do
actually
those kind
feel
of
they can
things.
change
And
a
was
lot.
hoping
I feel
that
that's
the
low
guy
self-esteem.
that the guy would change, that the guy would see the light and everything. One day the guy just served her breakfast.
Normal.
For weeks, this girl could not go to school.
I remember.
She was always, I'm coming, you know, there's this thing they say about music, is when you're sad or heartbroken that you listen to the lyrics and understand.
Exactly.
Like morning to night, she downloaded all this, Celine Dion, she was listening to them and she couldn't eat. That was how I was like, is this how it used to be?
Exactly. I remember my roommate as well. I think 100, 200 level. Yes. A boyfriend who is a younger person broke up. It did not exactly break up. Yeah. She found out that he was cheating on her. This girl could not stand up from the bed. She had lectures. She had lectures. We had to go beat her.
Excuse you?
I was asking her that. I don't want to call her name. Are you exactly fine? I mean, I never even knew it was heartbreak because I was not exactly her friend, right? I was just, you know, you can be roommate with people and then you don't exactly talk to them about their personal things. I respect people's personal spaces, right? So she could not beat. I just knew that it was my best friend that had to beat her. We had to carry
really
her
pathetic.
literally. And do you know the funniest part? She went back to him.
Okay, that's fine.
That's another thing.
She went back
Because they are girls.
Okay, I want to say something concerning healing.
Yeah.
Okay, when you talked about you've not healed,
Yeah.
from that I could relate to something I did. That should be like maybe 6-7 years ago, or if 8. I did something to a guy that it took me maybe 2 months back. We had to sit down, and then that was when,
Trusted us?
yes,
Wow.
he said he couldn't move past that because he never, remember that thing they said, he never expected it.
I never experienced it. I mean, I always try to avoid that situation. That is why I try to make sure that whatever relationship I'm getting out of, we are friends. Do you understand? I don't want us to have issues. Let us just sit down. Let me tell you to your face that it is because I am chasing the bag. That is why I am leaving.
For me, what happened was I ran. Because what I did was really, no, nobody deserves to be treated that way. Like,
Wow.
All right, so you definitely have a lot to say.
Definitely.
For how you've broken so many hearts.
I do.
You also have a lot to say about how your heart has been broken and your healing process.
Yes.
But I think we'll have that conversation when we come back from this short break. So you know what to do. Don't go nowhere. Just sit put and we'll be right back. If you're still joining us, this is the Ladies Lounge on UTV Africa, and we've talked about a whole lot, especially about heartbreaks.
Definitely.
We shared our experiences, how our hearts have been broken, how we have broken hearts. Tutu, Tutu,
can call my name.
how we broken hearts proudly. Like,
call my name.
don't worry, I'm coming to you. But first, Yvonne, about the guy that you broke his heart and he also broke your heart at the same time. Like, can you tell us that story?
How that happened, actually?
oh, well, that was a relationship that was supposed to lead to marriage. Yeah, we had already done some kind of family knowing each other and all of that. But then, you see the tempo is down.
I can see it. I can feel that.
But it's fine. So that was what happened when I saw the red flags. And at this point, I didn't want to just look past those ones because these were too obvious and too glaring. So I had to leave. That was it. But then, I think the one I want to talk about today, because I feel like I've moved past that level. Do you understand? I said we talked about it like 2 months ago while I was in Lagos.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what happened. I have issues with physical appearance. Like, I'm very selective. Yeah, because I want to appear somewhere with my partner, and then I always want to be the topic.
Of course.
Do you understand?
The glam of the show.
So now we were in this relationship, not like I was proud about it, but I don't even know, till today I can't even tell how I got in there, somewhere I'm not comfortable. So it was these are height issues, like I'm here and he's like here.
Wait, hold on,
Hold up.
Wait, I want to get some. You were taller than the guy.
Yes, I was.
Were you like really? Because I don't see you as a tall person.
Yes, because you're
but
taller.
I want to know how, like, if you're taller than the guy and it made you want to, like, how was it that obvious?
For me, yes, I felt like it was very obvious.
Oh, but facially, physically, was he appealing and all that?
But, well, kind of.
And you know, you mentioned things about red flags that we look out. So maybe the height part was obviously one of your
Yes,
red
one
flags.
of my red flags.
So what were some other, even in your past relationships, beyond that guy, what are some other red flags that you look out for? And then you know that if this happens, you're definitely going to break up. You can't manage this.
I said disrespect, and I'll keep saying it. And good communication skills.
Good communication skills is your red flag.
Yes, for me, if you don't have
Okay,
it,
lack
what-
of good communication
Yes.
skills. Okay.
It's key for me. It's key. And then like, I will always say this. I want to come back home. There should be a reason for me to come back home. Do you understand?
Very valid. Very
Yes.
valid point.
So I don't want to come back home looking at someone and I'm always wearing this very serious face. So I don't want a partner that also wears this serious face.
Yeah.
Very true.
You get me now? So aside that, there are other things. If you're philandering and you're throwing it to my face, I can't take it. That's very disrespectful.
I mean, I think at this point, I'm really, really curious as to how you got out of that phase of heartbreak.
Your healing process.
Exactly.
But
How
I
was
think
it
just
for
before
you?
she tells us about her healing process, because I know that will be a whole lot. Tutu, not like, what are your red flags? Because you've broken a lot of hearts. So what were the red flags you were looking at, apart from the obvious one, which was the man was trying to tie you down from your ambition and all that? Were there some other red flags you looked out for, and then once they were there, you were like, I'm done?
Okay, one for me was distrust. Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like when you do not trust me, you do not allow me to go to places that I want to go to. I want to hang out with friends and you're telling me, what time are you getting back? Why should I have to? I mean, we are not even married yet. So why do I have to do that? So I think the very important one for me is distrust. I want to stop there because I don't want to say the same thing.
Okay, mine is basically one of the, I think there are quite a number of them.
Okay.
But I don't want a partner who is too out there in terms of loud, extroverts. You know, these people that have all the energy and you cannot keep up. Because there's sometimes when I'm tired, like I just want to stay by myself. You understand? So if it's someone who is a socialite, who almost everybody knows him, he knows everybody. Like it's one of the red flags. I can have you as a good friend of mine,
I think,
but not as a partner.
If
It
you,
helps
if,
in
if, if
relationships.
you, yes,
You don't.
you
don't
both
get
cannot have the same energy.
Exactly.
No,
There are-
it's
there's-
not
But
possible.
no, I think
No.
I want also not maybe even if it's because I'm an ambivert. So it's a line between extrovert and introvert.
Yeah.
But even if you're going to be an extrovert, don't be so like.
You can't get everything.
Actually, at the end
not
of the day, you
possible.
can't get a perfect person. But
I've just said my own.
Why?
I've just said my
Okay,
own.
let
I've
me.
just said my own.
It's
So
fine.
leave it for me. When you talked about your own, I don't talk to you.
I'm so
leave it
sorry.
for me.
I'm
So
so
now
sorry.
Yvonne.
Yeah.
So she was asking your healing process.
process.
Okay.
What was it like?
From that, I think what happened was I actually traveled out of the city.
Wow.
Yes.
Because of heartbreak.
I needed to move on. So I traveled out of the city. I was around friends, those who could relate with what happened and would give me that necessary support. And most importantly was the food. God, I was eating so much, like I just wanted to eat everything.
I think that's what we call
Fantastic.
comfort food.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I was eating everything. Everything was just tasting so nice. Yes, because the time where the thought comes, the hunger for food just comes. So I was just nibbling on everything, even the ones I know ordinarily I would not pick
Actually
up.
pick.
I was just eating. And then another thing I did was I prayed. Like I'm a Christian, okay? So I asked the Holy Spirit to help me because I knew at that point that was the only strength I needed. Yes.
Fantastic.
So that was how I came out of it. That's the truth. I'm not even going to say I read a book.
So did
or
it
I saw a
take
movie.
long? Because I don't know if there's a stipulated period. Like there are some people that even after years, once they may think they have that they've healed, but once they see the person again, it triggers. There's a trigger. So is it possible to like completely move on?
Well, for that, is it possible for
The
you
way
to
you see the
completely?
person, does it trigger anything?
For now, no, no, because a friend of mine told me something. She said, for you to move past this, you have to get someone else to fill that space.
So there's a hole,
That's
there's
a
a space.
rebound.
So you
Yes.
were filling yours with
Yes.
food at that point.
Yes, but then I still wasn't feeling that on the that really feeling of down was being handled a little bit. But when she told me that, she said, get yourself occupied. Get someone to call you, get to talk to someone, channel the whole energy on this person. But also draw the lines, because at this point you're very vulnerable.
Very true.
You're prone to mistakes.
But I think that is, you might call me. I think that it can be, that is unfair to the person that you are using to fill up that space, because for example, this is what we call a rebound. So for example, now someone broke my heart.
But do you know that there are people who are fine staying as rebounds in your life?
Someone broke my heart, and then because someone broke my heart, then maybe I now remember one of my admirers that have been.
I think everybody does this thing. I think everybody does this. Actually,
It's not cruise though, because now when you're using that person to fill the space in your heart, you're also creating a space in that person's heart.
no, that's
and
why
then
she said
later,
draw the line.
You draw the line. I said
when you-
draw
what if
the
the
line.
person does not know how to draw the line?
That's the person's problem at this point.
It's that kind of problem that I have on this show.
Coming to me, yeah, I don't believe in this thing that this phase of after heartbreak you go like you have money or you went out of the town. Me, I don't know. Myself, I don't understand my kind of person. You know what I did? First off, I feel like why youths get into relationships are because they know they have a lot of time.
Yeah.
We have a lot of time. Instead of us to channel that time into doing
Something productive, right?
we want to actually use that time on people's son. Me, I don't have. When the heartbreak happened, the next thing that I think it was 2 days
moved
later,
on.
I moved on instantly. I'm sorry.
Your heart was not broken, my
Okay,
sister.
okay.
Tutu, your heart was not
You
broken.
would think so. I went to get a brand new phone that I have always desired.
Okay, I think you were actually living in denial, because people
Yes.
do that. So you're hurt,
And
and
you don't
then
want to
because you
accept
don't
it.
want to accept it or you don't want to face
just
it,
walk
just move
through.
forward. And if you're not careful, you're going to break down.
Not at all.
Okay.
I went to see him in Lagos after the breakup that we had. I went to
this
see.
girl's heart was not broken.
I went to see him in Lagos. I was the one that told him I was not doing again now.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's because,
Okay.
no, that other guy that broke my heart in secondary school, I still get down for her too. That one, make it just stay. He knows himself. Make it. I cannot see him on the road and talk to him freely. It cannot happen. You did something so terrible.
So you might you've not moved.
And if
I
leave-
have, but I cannot talk to you.
If I
I'm
leave
sorry.
Tutu,
Oh,
she's
wow.
going to go on and on
Very
about
true.
the way she has broken different hearts. And if
how
I
tough
leave
she
Yvonne, she's going to go on and on and on, and how she has been able to heal and how her
Yeah.
hearts have been broken. But
And how she
sadly,
went on
we
trips.
have to draw the line on this show. Just like people have been drawing the line, we have to draw the line on this show. So ladies, this is where we draw the curtains. Thank you so much. I'm sure it has been an interesting conversation for you. Heartbreak is something that almost every lady can relate to.
It's a national
Well, and the thing is, heartbreak is not just from your romantic partners and everything.
Yes.
Your heart, we not even talk about that, but we'll talk about it maybe next time.
other time.
So the heartbreak is something that a lot of us deal with, and I'm glad we really got to talk about it on the show and how we were able to
overcome it.
it, heal from it. So thank you so much. I'm sure this has been an interesting episode. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles to stay updated with our subsequent episode. That is Ladies Lounge and UTV on both Instagram and Facebook. So until we come your way next time with our beautiful faces, do have a lovely time. See you same time next week, same show. Bye.